In this video tutorial, we're going to look at score layout, headers, score order, staff groups, and rehearsal letters. The header of a score is defined within the slippery chicken object itself. So we define things like the title and the composer in the call to make slippery chicken. The title slot determines then the title in the score as well as the base name of all LilyPond files generated if you're going to use LilyPond. The composer slot will only be used in LilyPond. It's not available in CMN. And you should bear in mind that all titles and composers can only use English characters. So no accents or umlauts at the moment. They're just not supported. The score order is the order in which the instruments will appear from top to bottom in the written score. And the order of the players in the ensemble slot determines the order of players in the score very simply. So you can see in this example here of the ensemble slot of the slippery chicken structure, we've got the solo at the top, followed by the flute, the oboe, the horn, etc. That's the actual vertical ordering of the score. The staff groups of a slippery chicken object allows you to brace different instrumental groups in the score. The default is to brace them all together as one complete group, but if we supply the staff grouping slot with a list of integers, we can specify the number of consecutive ensemble players in each brace or bracket. If we want single staff groups, LilyPond would add a bracket, but CMN wouldn't. In the example you see here to the staff grouping slot, we specify 2, 2, 3, so that the first two instruments will be braced together, the second two also, and then the following three. Rehearsal letters in Slippery Chicken will be attached to bar lines, and these are only placed at the end of a bar. So adding a rehearsal letter to bar 5 or measure 5 actually adds the rehearsal letter to the right of the bar line on measure 4, but you as the user still specify 5 as the place for the rehearsal letter. This means though that there can be no rehearsal letter on the first measure of the piece, which is the norm in most scores anyway. In CMN, this rehearsal letter will be rendered in a large font, bold, with no frame around it, whereas in LilyPond, there will be a frame around each letter in a thin box. The rehearsal letters argument of Make Slippery Chicken allows you to pass a list of measure numbers, and Slippery Chicken itself will then add consecutive letters starting with A. So you can see here in our rehearsal letters slot to the Make Slippery Chicken function, we're going to have rehearsal letters starting at bar 3, bar 6, and bar 10. So to look at a complete example showing some of these score layout features here, you can see a simple mini. We've got a title called Algorithmic Opera. We've got the composer specified as Joe Green, so that will be displayed in the LilyPond output score, but not in the CMN. Then we've got an ensemble consisting of, first of all, at the top, the solo violin, followed by different instrumental groupings below. The staff groupings are specified here as a brace in LilyPond around the solo violin as its own group by itself, and then 2 instruments per group following, the woodwind, the brass, and the strings. Rehearsal letters will also be showed on bar 2, bar 5, and bar 7 for example purposes only, as you should now be able to see in the score.